Hi. So it has been about 2 weeks, and I had time to kind of think about the question that I said of, do I want to be spiritual, or do I just want to lose weight? And I think without the just, I think I so what I've thought about and just kind of let simmer and sit with me over the past 2 weeks is that I want both. However, I feel like to have both, I can't have them be so I feel like I put my spirituality, or put my, like, whether I'm doing well on how I eat. And I think that they're going to have to be separate. The more I talk, the more I don't even see a world where I would ever upload this. But I do know from knowing me, the farther I get away from stuff, the less connected I am with it. So I probably will forget what I said or whatever. But yes, I think I'm ready to admit that I want both. I know that's going to go back and forth. I think that's the answer. I don't know if it needs any further explanation. The hesitation that you probably hear from me is because I know that some people are not going to be happy about, and that's crazy that they would think that they have some kind of say over what I do with my body and how I decide to take care of it. I'm not writing anything. I'm not saying anything about what anybody else has to do or what they should do. I'm just moving forward in my journey. And in my journey, in order to execute this lifetime in the way that I want to, I need to be able to move the way that I want to move. I need to feel good when I move. And so, is there a particular weight that it goes with that? No, but it is definitely not stuff in my face like crazy. Then why make it about weight? Okay, because the other way has not worked for me. And so while I don't want it to be fully focused on weight, or this time to be fully focused on weight, and also understand that I told myself this lie before, that, oh, I'm not thinking about weight. I'm thinking about, I just want to be healthy, blah, blah, blah. I've already experienced that lie. So I'm not looking for to go through that again either. I'm looking for like a real acceptance of where I am, and being present and eating in a way that reflects what I want to see over the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And that's not the fact is that it's harder to live in a bigger body. That's just the facts. And so I can't run from that. That's the truth for me. Now, if you have something else, then you have to take it up with you. Like, if you are doing good, then why are you worried about what I'm doing? Yeah. But anywho, I'm about to watch another video. I'm gonna go ahead and watch the second video and see what I can discover, what's the narrative that I've been telling myself, that I'm telling myself then, and that I tell myself now, using these videos to learn whatever lesson, so I don't have to keep repeating the same lesson over and over. So I'm just exploring them and seeing what questions come up through that. So feel free to join me. All right. This is a lot. Okay, so I think she showed me that she was 155.
My name is Barbara again. I lost 5 pounds this week on the dot. I'm excited about that. Anyway, I lost 5 pounds this week. I'm really excited about that.
Later.
I mean, I'm getting closer to my maintenance weight, so I've not lost 5 pounds in a week in a while. But I know it's because of the support of this group that I was able to do it, and I'm thinking that I probably can get to my maintenance weight during this challenge. And I'm glad about that, just to get it done and over with. I changed my, body shot outfit because I didn't feel like I was getting the full effect with that black. Oh my god. I'll be back.
That's my baby Katie.
Okay, 5 pounds on the dot. I mean, that's kind of spooky because it was 60 on the dot last week. But it's good, but it's a little spooky. But anyway, I know I'm probably going to get to where I'm trying to go. Which I don't really have an exact number, but I know it's probably around 140, 130, whatever. And I'm really kind of struggling with that too because I feel like just kind of letting other people's opinions, which are really none of my business, kind of dictate, or not even dictate, but get to me. Like, people think that, oh, girl, you should just stay that size. Or, you look good at that. I might look good at this size. I mean, I'm not saying I don't. I'm not saying that. But I can do more. What use of it is for me to stay at this size when I could try to be better?
That's what's bothering me.
What have I done so bad that I deserve to settle? That makes no sense. Yesterday somebody told me, girl, you gonna look like a crackhead. So I have to, it's like all those voices, like the Jennifer Hudson commercial where she's like, what if I can't lose weight? What if I can't, I have to all those voices that they try to put in my head because, you know what, if I do look like a crackhead, all I gotta do is go down the street, McDonald's and Taco Bell, all them, they waiting for me. They gonna be there. So I don't have to worry about that. That weight is always gonna be there waiting for me. That's not my right word. But for this week, last week, I did add some of my other foods in there, and it worked out okay. I think most of the weight was because I worked 60 hours last week, and I did some days and some nights, and my body's just all confused anyway from lack of sleep, and I think that helped a little bit with the weight loss. So, if you want to just, throw your body off, just don't sleep. No, that's not a good idea. But, but really, I kept my breakfast with the protein and the fruit, and my, some days I didn't keep my lunch the same, but I didn't, when I cheat now, it's like, instead of, I would get 2 double cheeseburgers and a McChicken and a high C and a fry, and then I would turn around and be like, with my husband, he was my boyfriend at the time, but I would be like, what are we gonna eat tonight? That would be my cheat. So now when I cheat and it's just peanut butter and graham crackers, and I'm calling that a cheat, it's not really a huge, big old deal. So, So when I'm saying I'm eating my other foods, I'm not really going in. As you can see by the 5-pound weight loss. I've been going to the gym. I'm gonna show y'all. I have a picture of what my back looks like after maybe 40 minutes to an hour of it just sweats. I'm be serious in the gym, and I'm still waiting on these insanity videos, but that makes no difference to this challenge. I'm going to be working out. Calories is going to be getting out. Expenditure is going to be getting out. Now, I might have to call and go off on somebody, but that don't have nothing to do with this challenge. It'll be okay. I'm still gonna work out. So if the insanity comes, I do the insanity. If the insanity don't come, I'm gonna run. But it's gonna get done either way. I'm just excited about all the support that I've been getting and been able to give, and I just want to do more with that. I need to do more with my meditation and writing and stuff like that, and see, really writing about these feelings of how other people's opinions and what they think, how that became important. Because for me to be listening to these people that are unhealthy themselves and trying to tell me that I need to stop losing weight, and they're not even doing nothing to be the best them they can be, that doesn't make sense. I shouldn't even be feeding into that. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter what other people think of me. It's none of my business. Okay, doesn't matter. But I pray though. I still pray, and anybody who doesn't think God is concerned about your weight loss, He is. Even if, I'm not really a religious person, but I am a spiritual person. And if you do, if you into the Bible and whatnot, that's saying that He cares about every hair on your head. If He cares about every hair on your head, He definitely cares about your body. He definitely cares about that temple. If He cares about some hair on your head, so you can pray to Him about that. He'll help you with this. For this next week, I'm going to be real serious on my food. It's hard for me to say that I'm not going to cheat. I'm just going to leave that alone for right now. I'm going to join Instagram, and I'm going to take pictures of everything I eat. How about I say that? Because, I just don't want to be lying. I don't want to be lying to y'all. What else did I want to say? Yeah, so I'm going to be running. I'm going to be eating, writing. Let's move on. Now, I changed what I was wearing because I didn't feel like y'all was getting the full effect with that black.
I thought I
didn't
looked
feel
so cute in
like
this outfit. I
you
remember it.
could really
I literally
see
remember. I was
what
obsessed
was
with
going
myself.
on.
It's literally
And I got on
obsessed.
these jeans, they don't fit, they don't button up, but they're going to button up here
Go
in
ahead, show
about
me.
7 weeks. They're going to be buttoned up. I'm just going back because I don't want to be showing.
Yes, I was freaking
I'm
obsessed.
sitting on a ball. Hopefully it's these don't fit, right? But they want to fit, and I don't know if am comfortable with lifting it.
My battery needs to die.
But I got this fat belly. It's not fat, because I think my husband got some pictures of where I came from, and my belly was big, So right now this ain't really bad, but I deserve to give it, all I got. Why not? What else I'm doing? Go to work on me. Who else I'm working on? These kids, you see, they didn't listen. I'm working on them too. But yeah, these were a size 7, At 7, I mean, they can button up, but you see that's kind of ridiculous. And they only button up because I've been sitting there. You see the little humps and a bump over it, so they gonna fit like a glove.
Like a glove.
Okay?
I'm gonna have to show my husband this because he say that all the time, and he think he came up with it, but here I am, been saying it. He think he brought it to the family.
Go in and say, that's what I wear. I think Mary J. Blige said she wears size 7 jeans, honey, but they don't wear her. She might have been talking about a company or something, but I don't know. I'm not no label person. But anyway, that's all I gotta say. Bye.
Oh, there it is. All right, well, let me see.
Oh, hey, I've been leaving out something that's real important to this weight loss stuff. I've been drinking a gallon of water, so 2 gallons, sometimes 2 gallons of water a day. That helps. That's important. So I just want y'all to know that.
Do we even look alike?
Yeah, people be telling me, oh,
I guess we look like sisters.
You're not gonna drown yourself.
Cousins.
You do it slowly. I mean, you drown yourself when you overload at one time. If your kidneys work, you good. Like you talking about, you're gonna drown yourself. I'm like, well, good thing we work at a hospital.
My baby was at the ask me who was I was talking to. I get her off. Yeah, so yeah, again, I feel like that video was me doing back to my old habits of being concerned with what other people think. And so that's a reoccurring theme in my life. I made a lot of progress with that. I don't even, because at that point I was like in denial of the whole thing. I mean, I was saying it, but not even realizing that I was going with what other people wanted me to do by feeling like that was the best version of myself. Or maybe I just didn't know enough about who I was and where I was going to be able to say what was going to be the best version of myself, because yes, life was getting better as I was getting smaller, but that was because I was moving into adulthood. I had children, I had husband, and that was the first time in my life that I, had those. I was a kid before that, and I was miserable in that life in high school. In that life, I was miserable. And so to compare it, that my life before weight loss to after, without all the facts or without anything to adequately compare it to, is it's easy to say that at that point I was worse, and this point I'm better. Life is better. Life was better, but like life is better now than it was then, and I'm bigger. Yeah, I'm not 150. And so, yeah, life is still better than it was then. So, as life continues to unfold, it gets better and better. All life has its hard times, but I think that I was just, so that part is just isn't true, and it's just something that I've come to know, that has no bearing on me being the best version of myself. Now, me being able to be most effective at life, the way that I am able to move is important in that aspect. So that is something that I have to take into account. I feel different when I eat, fruit for 3 or 4 days than I do when I eat, fast food for 3 or 4 days. I feel horrible, right? So these are just facts. And so, yeah, it's harder to carry around different weights, more weight. It's harder to carry it around. And, it's funny because the majority of the people that would try to say otherwise have never really lived in a bigger body. And so, and if you are and it works for you, then great. What I really have had a hard time dealing with, or a hard time reconciling with I'm just going to go ahead and say it, with health at every size movement, is the fact of, if I feel a certain way about my body, then that somehow means that I feel that about everybody else's body, or I'm making a judgment call on everybody else's body. That is it's just so selfish for you to include yourself in my internal dialogue, or with what I'm thinking about myself. Like, I'm not thinking about you, and it's not my job to babysit your feelings. You have to babysit your feelings, and I shall babysit mine. Like, what? How does that make sense? And I know people who aren't in that community are like, what the heck? What are you talking about? This is a thing, and I don't care to be like, it's not something that I'm gonna argue. Like, go look up your worship of the written word of your, you can't tell me how to feel about my body and what I should do. I don't even know why I'm having that discussion. Like, that's a waste of time. But anywho, so the what I'm gonna be thinking about this week is other people's opinions. Are we going to continue to let other people's opinions be a factor in how we move forward. I'm already like, even these, like doing YouTube videos, that is an exercise in releasing myself from the burden of other people's opinions, because I am showing up as my regular self. When I do workout videos, you're seeing my full body. When I'm doing hair videos, my arms are as they are, moving around my head. So you see all of that. In these videos, this is very personal to me. Like, this is May 1st. The other one was in April sometime. I have no clue when these will actually make it to YouTube, if at all, because this is very personal to me. But that also is an exercise in not being concerned with other people's opinion and not letting that be a factor, how they're going to react and what they're going to think, because they need to be worried about their life. And if there's someone that's not concerned with they're literally over in my business and mad because of how I am choosing to handle myself, that's weird. Like, you want women to have choice and freedom in other aspects of life or whatever. If I have the right to choose on other things, I have the right to choose what I want to do with this body in all aspects, even the ones you don't like. And that's the thing. That's the, like, period, point blank. I have the right to choose what I want to do with this body, whether you like it or not. The freak. I'm gonna have to take that part out. But but yeah, I think I got that understood in my mind. But, and I mean, come on. I don't even know if this is even a real good question, because the answer is no. And I'm already taking steps for other people's opinions to not be important. And I think that I don't want it to be like I am just a person who is obsessed with what other people think, because I think that I care less than the average person. But how people say, oh, I couldn't care less. No, I want that to be actually true, because we do care. Like, we care, by what you wear when you go out, to places you don't want anybody to see you. Like, when you feel embarrassed because you're out somewhere, because it would be one thing if you yourself just didn't like to look bad, right? But then when you go out and you look raggedy, let's say, but then you happen to see somebody and so you're like, then the embarrassment or the shame comes on. That's you responding to an outside entity. And so that is where it's a little strange. We all do that. Like, we all care what other people think. That's how society goes on. But I want to be as far removed as I can from it. I really want to be like, oh, I couldn't care less. Like, I care less than the average person, but I am trying to get as close to couldn't care less. I just don't care. That's how I want like it to be. So yeah, that's the goal. But yeah, that wasn't a good question for this week. I think we will go everything. I've answered it. Asked and answered, I feel like. Even with the what's better or this whole better nonsense, I feel like I got that off my chest of what that is. I feel like I'm good with the opinion thing. And so I'm going to call it good. That's a wrap on it. All right. That's it. I don't even want to say a ending and subscribe, and I don't feel like it. I'm giving it to you who I am, right? So if you would like to see more of it, you know what to do. And if you don't, I get that. But yeah, have a great day. Bye.